Care about what other people think, and you will always be their prisoner. If you are anxious, you are living in the future. If you are at peace, you are living in the present. New beginnings are often disguised as painful endings. Water is the softest thing, yet it can penetrate mountains and earth. This shows clearly the principle of softness overcoming hardness. The truth is not always beautiful, nor beautiful words the truth. Do you have the patience to wait until your mud settles and the water is clear? What the caterpillar calls the end, the rest of the world calls a butterfly. When you are at one with loss, the loss is experienced willingly. Your own positive future begins in this moment. All you have is right now. Every goal is possible from here. Some lose yet gain. Others gain and yet lose. Health is the greatest possession. Contentment is the greatest treasure. Confidence is the greatest friend. When there is no desire, all things are at peace. To hold, you must first open your hand. Let go. If you want to lead them, you must place yourself behind them. Respond to anger with virtue. Deal with difficulties while they are still easy. Handle the great while it is still small. The flame that burns twice as bright burns half as long. If you do not value rare treasures, you will stop others from stealing. Time is a created thing. To say I don't have time is like saying, I don't want to. The more laws and order are made prominent, the more thieves and robbers there will be. He who knows that enough is enough will always have enough. If the people must be ever fearful of death, then there will always be an executioner. To attain knowledge, add things every day. To attain wisdom, remove things every day. Stop thinking and end your problems. Fill your bowl to the brim, and it will spill. Keep sharpening your knife, and it will blunt. If you do not change direction, you may end up where you are heading. With few, there is attainment. With much, there is confusion. If you realize that all things change, there is nothing you will try to hold on to. If you are not afraid of dying, there is nothing you cannot achieve. To realize that you do not understand is a virtue. Not to realize that you do not understand is a defect. Knowing how to yield is strength. A violent wind does not last for a whole morning. A sudden rain does not last for the whole day. One who is too insistent on his own views finds few to agree with him. When I let go of what I am, I become what I might be. Hope and fear are both phantoms that arise from thinking of the self. When we don't see the self as self, what do we have to fear? If you want to know me, look inside your heart. Give evil nothing to oppose, and it will disappear by itself. At the center of your being, you have the answer. You know who you are, and you know what you want. The Tao is nowhere to be found, yet it nourishes and completes all things. As soon as you have made a thought, laugh at it. Those who flow as life flows know they need no other force. Ordinary men hate solitude, but the master makes use of it, embracing his aloneness, realizing he is one with the whole universe. The further one goes, the less one knows. There is no illusion greater than fear. What is firmly rooted cannot be pulled out. The best fighter is never angry. He who controls others may be powerful, but he who has mastered himself is mightier still. Life is a series of natural and spontaneous changes. Don't resist them. That only creates sorrow. Let reality be reality. Let things flow naturally forward in whatever way they like. Governing a great nation is like cooking a small fish. Too much handling will spoil it. If you are depressed, you are living in the past. When you are content to be simply yourself and don't compare or compete, everyone will respect you. It is better to leave a vessel unfilled than to attempt to carry it when it is full. Great acts are made up of small deeds. Being deeply loved by someone gives you strength, while loving someone deeply gives you courage. The way to do is to be. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. When the student is truly ready, the teacher will disappear. I have just 3 things to teach: simplicity, patience, compassion. These 3 are your greatest treasures. Love is of all the passions the strongest, for it attacks simultaneously the head, the heart, and the senses. If you try to change it, you will ruin it. Try to hold it, and you will lose it. The master observes the world but trusts his inner vision. He allows things to come and go. He prefers what is within to what is without. An over-sharpened sword cannot last long. If you wish to be out front, then act as if you were behind. The difficult problems in life always start off being simple. Great affairs always start off being small. A man with outward courage dares to die. A man with inner courage dares to live. Is it not through her selflessness that she is able to perfect herself? By letting go, it all gets done. Do you imagine the universe is agitated? Go into the desert at night and look at the stars. This practice should answer the question. To be worn out is to be renewed. There is no greater danger than underestimating your opponent. Silence is a source of great strength. The softest things in the world overcome the hardest things in the world. Through this, I know the advantage of taking no action. He who acts spoils. He who grasps lets slip. Just remain in the center, watching, and then forget that you are there. He who talks more is sooner exhausted. People in their handlings of affairs often fail when they are about to succeed. If one remains as careful at the end as he was at the beginning, there will be no failure. If lightning is the anger of the gods, then the gods are concerned mostly about trees. A good traveler leaves no tracks. The wise man is square but not sharp, honest but not malign, straight but not severe, bright but not dazzling. Our enemies are not demons but human beings like ourselves. There is no disaster greater than not being content. There is no misfortune greater than being covetous. Do not conquer the world with force, for force only causes resistance. Thorns spring up when an army passes. Years of misery follow a great victory. Do only what needs to be done, without using violence. The world belongs to those who let go. Act without expectation. He who knows others is wise. He who knows himself is enlightened. The reason why the universe is eternal is that it does not live for itself. It gives life to others as it transforms. The wise man is one who knows what he does not know. Do your work, then step back. The only path to serenity. Be content with what you have. Rejoice in the way things are. When you realize there is nothing lacking, the whole world belongs to you. The hard and mighty lie beneath the ground. If I had just a little bit of wisdom, I should walk the great path and fear only straying from it. Spring comes, and the grass grows by itself. The key to growth is the introduction of higher dimensions of consciousness into our awareness. The heart that gives, gathers. Composure is the ruler of instability. He who knows he has enough is rich. Perseverance is a sign of willpower. He who stays where he is, endures. To die but not to perish is to be eternally present. A bad man is a good man's job. When pure sincerity forms within, it is outwardly realized in other people's hearts. The road you can talk about is not the road you can walk on. Water is fluid, soft and yielding, but water will wear away rock, which is rigid and cannot yield. As a rule, whatever is fluid, soft, and yielding will overcome whatever is rigid and hard. This is another paradox. What is soft is strong. The way of heaven is to help and not harm. When you accept yourself, the whole world accepts you. When the people of the world all know beauty as beauty, there arises the recognition of ugliness. When they all know the good as good, there arises the recognition of evil. Not seeking, not expecting, she is present and can welcome all things. Music in the soul can be heard by the universe. Nature is not human-hearted. Life and death are one thread, the same line viewed from different sides. I do not concern myself with gods and spirits, either good or evil, nor do I serve any. From caring comes courage. When men lost their understanding of the Tao, intelligence came along, bringing hypocrisy with it. To see things in the seed, that is genius. A good traveler has no fixed plans and is not intent on arriving. Manifest plainness. Embrace simplicity. Reduce selfishness. Have few desires. He who obtains has little. He who scatters has much. Doing nothing is better than being busy doing nothing. Sincere words are not fine. Fine words are not sincere.